it, bruh. Boomerang Squad in the building, man. You already know what's going on, man. So, bro, as y'all already know, man, I've been struggling OD, bro. I've been struggling OD with this one stupid ass domain, bro. What the fuck is it? The Hidden Palace of Formula, the Hidden Palace of Zhou Formula. You feel me? And I was thinking, like, the last video I made, I pretty much showed like my journey on like how I was able to like get past it. And this video, I'm really just gonna show and break down the exact mechanics on how I go about, you know what I'm saying, finishing this domain with like relative ease. Anybody who's having troubles, you know what I'm saying, getting this domain or getting the necessary fire fucking artifacts that they need for their fire fucking DPS or whatever the fuck, then this is the video for you, my guy. Let's get it. I bet. So let's just talk about the domain or whatever, right? First, we're gonna talk about the domain, how it works, all that good shit, and then we're gonna discuss like the team that I use and all that shit. This is the team I use, but we'll talk about that later. Alright, bet. So right off bat, when you enter the domain, the first thing you see is the ley line disorder, right? The ley line disorder says when melt is triggered, an enemy energy blast will occur, dealing damage to surrounding enemies, right? So literally that means literally exactly what it says, and it's really effective. Like, for example, if for the first set of bad guys that you're gonna fight are gonna be slimes, right? So if you have a character that can deal AoE Cyro damage, that's gonna trigger melt. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna do the AoE Cyro attack. So all the slimes around you are now gonna do an additional AoE. You know what time it is? It's time to pray. Hold on. I bet. My fault. So what was I saying? Pretty much what's gonna happen is you're gonna do AoE damage, right? You're gonna do your Cyro AoE damage, your melt AoE damage, and then on top of that, you're gonna do an additional AoE damage. And I don't know how much damage it is. I think it scales off of the actual attack. So if you do it around, if you're surrounded by the slimes and you do your melt, AoE melt, it's gonna do mad damage. If you have an ice character who can do melt, who can do like an AoE Cyro, that's key, bro. It don't even have to be nothing crazy. It don't have to be like I'm using Chi and I'm getting the same, like I'm getting good enough results to do the domain or whatever. All right. So the second ley line disorder, and this one is what kind of made this shit mad difficult for me in the beginning, is when overload is triggered, you will be hit by a powerful blast, causing your character to take damage, right? And in my many attempts to fucking finish this or beat this specific ass domain or whatever, I figured out that it looks like the amount of damage that's dealt to you is it depends on how much damage is dished out. I know that shit probably don't make sense. So basically, if you do like electro damage that does like fucking 300 damage, then you're not gonna receive that much damage. So when I do like 2,000 damage, bruh, that should be fucking me up. So you gotta keep that shit in mind too. If you have an electric character, it doesn't necessarily mean you can't use them, but there's a way to use your electric character. You just gotta learn how to work around it. Let's talk about my team construct, right? Is there a way to look at it? I bet you this is how we're gonna do it, right? So how I'm doing this domain, I'm using Diluc. I'm actually using Diluc and my Chi as the main damage dealers, right? So Diluc, and the weapon that I'm using with him, normally I like to use what's that shit called? Rain Slasher. I like to use Rain Slasher as his that's my go-to weapon. But right now, because I can't just keep afflicting enemies with pyro because it's not really gonna do much. So yeah, so the weapon that I'm using on Diluc right now is the prototype Animus. I have it ranked 3, so that means I'm doing 360 additional whatever. Y'all know how that shit work. But yeah, that shit is doing really well. That extra burst damage is really helping me out in this domain. And then for Chi-Chi, I'm rocking the Fillet Blade. Let it rip. Nah, okay. But I'm using the Fillet. That's how you read that shit, right? And I can't read. But yeah, I'm using the Fillet Blade. It's rank refinement rank 5, and it does additional 400% attack damage. That's really good. I love this weapon with Chi-Chi because I'm using her as support. So I switch to her, do like an additional literally 3,000 damage, 4,000, sometimes 5,000 damage, then switch back to Diluc. So those are gonna be my DPS for the for this domain. For support, I'm using what the fuck is this bitch name? Fischl? Yeah, I'm using Fischl for support. I'm really using Oz for support if I'm keeping it Benji. But yeah, so how I use her is I just throw out Oz, let that nigga do his thing, and that's pretty much the strategy, right? And y'all might be wondering, didn't I just explain how you shouldn't be using Electro? There's a way around it, right? So the actual properties of this domain is the domain buffs. Wait, hold on. Let's go to the, because I didn't even know this shit. All this shit I had to learn the hard way. So if this video helps anybody, I'm gonna be happy. If y'all don't have to go through what I did or what I went through, bro, y'all seen the video, bro. That was literally 4 or 5 hours condensed into 30-minute video. But bro, that was me attempting over and over and over and figuring out how to do this shit. But this little shit right here, right? I guess it applies a buff. It applies a pyro buff to all the enemies. So everybody you're fighting is gonna be is gonna have some sort of pyro buff, and it's gonna make them stronger. I think it makes their movement speed faster. It makes their defense stronger. It just buffs them overall in every way, and it makes them pretty fucking OP, right? And that's what was super hard about it for me when I first started. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna fucking beat these motherfucking, you feel me? Them niggas is too strong, too fast, and they fucking don't take any fucking damage. So that was the big ass, that's what made this dungeon OP as fuck, right? And what I found out is if you apply, if you wet them, no homo. If you wet them, it doesn't matter how much damage the water does. Preferably, fucking, if you had a super high level hydro unit, that would be ideal. But if you don't, bro, my Barbara is level 3. You feel me? 3. My Barbara's level 3, and she is more than enough to help me get through this domain. But I use her skill, right, which will apply the wet status to anybody who's within that super small little area, you know what I'm saying, around the little fucking sound waves, rainbow sound waves, whatever the fuck you fucking call it, bro. If you around that shit, you're gonna get wet, no homo. And what water does is water actually takes off the buff. That's really all I'm using Barbara for, and she doesn't need to be a high level. Like I said, my Barbara's level 3. She does not need to be a high level. All your unit needs to do is to be able to apply the wet status. If they could do that shit, then that nigga's golden. And that's pretty much it. And then you just do your thing. What I like to do is I like to apply the wet so I can take off their buff. And then when you do that, you can actually afflict them with electricity. So remember how before I was saying there's a way to afflict them with electricity? So if you take off the pyro buff, the leyline disorder no longer applies. I repeat, if you take off the pyro buff, the leyline disorder no longer applies, right? That's lit. That means that you can now use, if you had an electro type DPS, you can now use your electro DPS. If you have, for example, I have Diluc. Diluc is my DPS. Now I'm gonna start doing the normal damage that I normally do because I took off that pyro buff. That becomes key, literally, that is so key to this. make sure you keep taking off that pyro buff. I cannot explain. If you're not taking off the pyro buff, you're not gonna be able to do it unless you got like a water DPS or you got like an ice DPS. If you got fucking Mona or you got fucking Chung Yun, this video is not for you, bro. But if you don't got those units and you trying to figure out how to do it, all you gotta do is actually quite simple. All you gotta do is switch to a water unit, wet them enough to take off the buff. You're golden, right? So back to my strategy. What I do is I'll take off the buff and then I like to apply Electro and Cyro, which does a debuff, right? So I like to do what the fuck is that shit called? I don't fucking know what it's called. I forgot the exact terminology, but it applies a debuff. So now I can do extra damage when I switch to Diluc and then use my pyro damage. And you're getting like a lot of like melt and a lot of vaporize with Diluc specifically. So if you have a pyro DPS, like this is when you can use them. Like, so what you do, I'm gonna explain this one more time. All you gotta do is take off the take off the buff. You can apply your debuff if you want to. It makes it a lot easier, and then do your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do or whatever. And that's pretty much it. Like that. Like it's actually pretty simple. And once you get the hang of it, there's a way to it just becomes mad easy. Well, easier. It still takes me like around like 12 minutes to do it. I could level up Barbara if I wanted to. I just don't want to. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like in that last video, y'all seen I was leveling up everybody I didn't have to in order to, you know what I'm saying, defeat or do this domain. So I'm not doing that shit no more. She's working at level 3, then fucking we gonna work it at level 3, bro. You feel me? That's just how it has to be. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys. I'm not gonna cut it, I'm not gonna edit it. I'm just gonna show you exactly how I do it, and how I'm able to beat this
Are you tired?
how I'm able to
Try
beat
my
the
new spicy energy drink.
damn
I'm
shit.
sure it'll
How I'm
wake you
able
up.
to
That's all, folks.
nigga, how I'm able to do this shit, man. Let's just get into it, bro. Let's get it started here. Alright, so I'm applying the water screen. Rush in there. There's the AoE. Or whatever. Switch. Now I can switch to Diluc and just do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I like to target one of the slimes at a time, no homo. Like this motherfucker. This nigga gonna get dealt with. This nigga right here. This nigga right here. This little nigga right here. And as you guys can see, it takes off that pyro buff, but now when the pyro buff gets back, you switch back, and then you do what you gotta do. You feel me? You see how the AoE killed them? See that shit, bruh? You see that shit, bruh? You see what I'm talking about, man? Bro, this shit is OP. Oh, I didn't even realize I killed that nigga. That's how fast, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm doing this shit, you feel me? That's how you get it done, you feel me? Like, literally, Barbara, this level 3 Barbara is fucking everything, bro. Like, literally fucking everything, bro. Bro, these niggas be annoying. These niggas be annoying. Alright, so the next wave is gonna be, and this is when you really need to look at. They're buffed right now. This is when you really need to take off the debuff. Cause like without it, you see how like they no longer have the debuff? I mean the buff. I'm fucking up. I'm over here explaining this shit. All right. But you gotta be careful. Oh shit. So every time you see that wave, that means that the buff is, you gotta take that shit off, bro. If you see them with the pyro shit, you just take that shit the fuck off. Alright, and this is when you can drop your Electro. Oh, I fucked up! Look at the buff, they got the buff. Oh, I'm dead. So now I won't be able to switch to Mona as long as that fucking shit's out there. Bro, I'm literally, I'm struggling. shit. Bro, this shit is yo explaining. Yo, I think I'm gonna lose. If I lose, bro, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. Bro, it's all good, bro. I'm over here trying to explain this shit. Shit not working. Bro, yeah, if you're fucking your little Barbara, your water character dies, you just be, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Yeah, it's like playing and talking at the same time is kind of, yeah, just pretty much. Damn, my guy, what you got, a chip on your shoulder, my guy? What do you, my guy? I might be able to, I might be able to. Alright. This is where it kind of gets tricky if you don't have a strong, pretty much, my Barbara right now is pretty much literally one hit, bro. So I gotta make sure I don't get hit at all by this. But what water does, this is when water is super effective because it literally fucking melts their shield, bro. I guess you would say it vaporizes their shield. See that? This is when I apply the debuff.
Sacred name, fortune preserve
Just gonna make sure. And the reason why I do her ult, I do Chi-Chi's ult specifically at that moment to make sure that this other little fucking piece of shit fucking Abyss Mage doesn't fuck me up. This is like, I might not have enough time. Bro, there's like times when it's like mad hard to kill the Abyss Mages because the buff will come randomly and make it like impossible to fucking. So I like literally need this. Bro, this nigga getting dealt with! Getting dealt with! Ah! You feel me, bro? That's how I be feeling. After doing that shit, I gotta do the absolute most, bro. Literally, absolute most, bro. Fuck, bro. Woo! That shit go hard. But yeah, that's how you do it. Obviously, like, I made mistakes, but it just shows you, even if you make a mistake, it don't mean that you can't finish the ley line, you feel me? You can't finish the distorter, you know what I'm saying? You can't finish the domain. I said that 3 times wrong, but it's okay, you feel me? I don't fuck. Let's see what it do. Let's just finish off on a good, can I get pyro? Can I get a fucking pyro bonus? Woo! Can I get pyro bonus? Can I get pyro bonus? Can I get pyro bonus? What did I get? What did I get? What did I get? What did I get? Bro, see how they jit me? I swear to God, they showed me 2 little 4 stars, and I only got 1, bro. What do you mean? Let's see what it do. What did I get? What did I get? It's not even what I wanted. Oh. Bro, I don't want lava fucking empathy, bro. Whatever. Epiphany. Bro, I don't want that shit, bro. I don't want that shit, bro. I want the fucking, bro, the witch's flower ablaze. Trying to get that shit with the trying to get this with a pyro bonus is like fucking impossible, bro. But I'm looking for it. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. I do not give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna keep doing this shit every fucking day until I find a goblet, witch's heart of flame, whatever the fuck, and I find it in pyro, bro. If I get pyro % bonus on a witch's heart of flames or whatever the fuck, that would be crazy, bro. That would be literally Allah. Please, bro, please. Everybody who's watching this video, if you made it to this point, I request that you pray for me and you pray that I'm able to get this witch's heart of flames fucking pyro percent bonus with haste, bro. Go ahead, do that up, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing left to say. That was the fucking shit. So if you guys had any questions, I hopefully answered all of them, bro. And you know what it is, bro. If you fuck with me, you know what to do, bro. Until next time, bro, I see y'all.